Warning, Caffeinated Conquest features adult nerds using adult language. Seriously, don't say we didn't warn you. You can just say I'm new to this scene. Not too fond of these people.
Between us, some of these guys are kind of assholes.
I am going to use awe. I'm going to spend a blood point.
You can. I will not stop you. However, using disciplines in Elysium is heavily frowned upon. It will make... It's like running into like a really nice dinner with a diaper on your hand.
I only want to use that in these the little gaggle of people kissing each other's asses right here. I'm gonna do it. My nature is anarchist.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I have that roll too.
Charisma performance. 3, 6.
No, that's not bad. Good roll.
Yeah, just for fun, I'm gonna spend willpower.
For fun.
Oh, well, that's too bad because I only get one of them then.
You only get one willpower. You got one success. Those are evil purple dice.
Yes.
You kind of walked in the middle of the room and just started rubbing your nipples.
So what do you do as you approach?
So you see that Heaven's Gate painting over there?
And you're triggering your awe?
Yep.
So as you turn, would you like to approach a male or a female Toreador?
Probably a dude. I want to mess with one of them.
Okay.
I want to make him feel good.
As you turn, he sort of looks at you, and his eyes go wide.
Oh, is it the same guy we talked to?
No.
Damn it.
He walked off. Oh, fuck that guy. And he looks at you and says, "What Heaven's Gate painting?" As tears of blood begin to run down his eyes.
Oh, he's a poor Toreador. I may have activated his weakness. I'm like, that painting over there, that painting is shit.
That painting, that thing you've been looking at all night, is shit.
Painting? Damn the painting, you're absolutely beautiful. You must model for me, I must sculpt you. The other Toreador...
Do you have my headshot?
You're not there. Actually, you might be. You're on your way to Maria.
I've got a stack of them.
The other 4 Toreador in the group will round on you. Shit! How can you say that is shit? I'd like to see you do any better. And then the poor bastard that you ought is just sitting there like a mask of blood running down his face.
Do I hear this?
Does he hear them think that they're better than him?
No.
I can't.
You're first of all, you're jonesing. Second of all, you're in a conversation in the middle of the room.
Oh, that's right.
Did you watch him walk over?
Probably not.
Oh, and I told his
I
Martino.
was probably looking for a cat or something.
A cat?
Wow, you are desperate.
You're gonna shoot drugs into a cat and drink it into a cat?
At this point, I'll take anything.
Dude, you're gonna go to a pet store like looking for a rabbit?
This shit hurts. Have you seen any fucking pet stores around here?
A pet store that's open at 8.
The zoo, maybe?
Go to the zoo and Jason to a rhino's ass.
This is true, but
So
that asshole prince hasn't shown himself yet.
this is World War II. You might even have a hard time finding a stray dog on the street. Weren't they using dogs as sniff bombs and mines or whatever? And as I'm like, it's a painting. Painting is shit. I'm like, it looks like it was painted by a 12-year-old.
That's being generous.
I'm being generous by about a year or two.
Well, thank you for your input, Mr. Critic. Now, if you'll excuse us, the artists are talking. And they will sort of like attempt to turn back and have their conversation, and that guy is still just like fixated on you.
I'm like, art. Art. art is easy.
Art is super
Easy.
I'm like, you want to know what real art is? Real art is finances.
Oh my god.
Finances.
The art of
Numbers.
definitely moving numbers. Like, have you never seen the beauty in numbers? That is where real beauty lies.
What emotion is there in numbers? How does numbers move the soul?
I'm like, have you never read Dante's Inferno? You claim to know art. The most powerful circle of all the hells, I think, was greed.
Yes, well, I assume you'll be right at home.
That was cool.
Come, everyone. Let this animal have his opinions. They sort of like move off in a click.
I'm like, opinions are the art of words.
They just kind of sneer. The other guy is still just,
How long does it last?
huh?
I'm gonna kill someone.
I'm hoping they all die.
Oh, the rest of the
because if
scene, that poor guy's gonna be looking at me for a while.
Yeah, he's sort of stuck on you.
I hope these people die, because if not, there's gonna be a whole lot of diablerie.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of uncomfortably looking at this guy. I'm like, that might have worked a little too well.
Just like, he's gonna keep looking at me, isn't he? Okay.
No, 'twas fate. For only the true artist, I, can see the beauty that truly lies in the world. And it is not numbers, sir. It is the mind that hides behind those eyes. Those that are above those cheekbones that curve so gracefully into the face of a mixed race god that stands before me. Nay, an amalgam of all nationalities, the perfect modicum, the paradigm of manhood.
Yay! Now, where's that cat?
I'm like, I kind of like you now. I'm like, here, and I stuff like a $20 bill in his pocket.
No, sir.
I'm like,
Sir, you must not pay me for the pleasure of looking upon you.
I'm like, no, that's a tip for you. That was an eloquent speech. I have other people to talk to.
No! Don't
That
leave.
way,
I'm just like looking for anybody to talk to. Anybody.
I
right
must-
now.
literally anyone.
I must know more of your essence.
He wants your essence.
You know, you, of course, hear all this.
He's just
I
like,
hear it, but I'm trying to ignore it.
Do I see him?
You can't not see it.
I stumble by.
Did I just use awesome how?
Yeah, I'll get it.
In the middle of Elysium.
You said I was fucking joking.
Yeah.
I'll take a rat at this point in time. Fuck.
So you want to sneak out into the back alley and find a rat?
I think so. I need to get over this shit.
Okay.
Well, that's one way to botch presentation.
you know, if I'm okay with you being a drug addict, but if at any point during this adventure that comes to the detriment of the rest of the group, I will murder you.
What, you think you're better than him?
I bet you.
Like, I understand it's good. It's a good character, but if it gets in the way of anything,
Drugs, they get in the way of everything. Except for my detective work, which doesn't fucking work unless I am flying high.
Alright, so you sort of...
Sneak out the back.
so you make your way out the back and into a very long, cold, dark alley. The lights of the streets seem to shy away from this little corner of the world. I would like you to make a perception. Do you have survival?
here's Streetwise.
No, Streetwise isn't going to help me find a rat. I will just go standard awareness.
A different kind of rat.
2.
Okay, you hear a little bit of squeaking and chittering, and there's sort of like a rustle in a nearby pile of garbage.
You thought it was the rat. It was the Rat King.
That's literally just a bunch of rats.
I wait for it to creep out.
So you sort of sit there, looking at this pile of trash longingly. You are just waiting for this rat to poke its head out, and eventually it does. This rat sort of begins to nibble a hole in the bag, and it peeks out. Some of its hair is slicked down with an unknown grease. It's got like a noodle draped over its shoulder. Make a dexterity athletics check to grab it.
I'm going to.
Shoot it.
I'm gonna pull it back up.
You throw like the heroin in like a needle, like a dart.
No, I
It just skitters off like,
The rat has the drugs.
my rat took my drug.
I make a clicking noise to catch its attention.
You have animalism.
I do. And I use animalism.
And he's outside Elysium, so he's not wearing a diaper.
He doesn't have a new stalker.
I think I have to roll manipulation. I don't have animal kin.
Ooh, that's gonna hurt you. Yeah, go ahead.
Spending a willpower.
Willpower, spend it all around.
All on silly things.
What's your nature? Nature, Bob.
On top.
Looking rogue.
Okay.
Did I spell rogue right?
R-O-G-U-E?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Roll it.
Rogue or roguish?
Deuce.
Two successes?
3 successes, I guess, total.
So the rat comes skimpering towards you, looks up at you with the big wide eyes that sort of reflect what little of the full moon light can sort of like peek through the clouds.
You're a monster.
And it looks up at you expectantly.
I never thought shit would come to this, but fuck it. I look around, make sure no one's watching. This was a low point in my night.
Nobody's here.
Sweet.
You are all alone in this little corner.
There's
of
no
the-
cameras. Just
You and this greasy, garbage-covered rat.
Come here, little buddy. I search the trash for a spoon.
oh my god.
A spoon.
And I find the spoon in
I'll
bed.
tell you what. Here's how we're gonna do this. Give me a percentile roll. Actually, I'll roll percentiles. If you roll under mine, there's a spoon.
I'm sure he would have one. Being
Ten.
lucky. Like I'm 90% sure he would have one.
10.
There's a spoon. I rolled an 86.
Oh wow, I got 11. I rolled under you. Fuck yeah! Alright, I find a spoon. I bend the spoon, and I put my shit in there. And just light that shit.
The rat's just kind of like peeking at you, wondering what's going on.
You like
Stay
holding them?
right there, little buddy. I'm gonna fuck you right now.
He begins to scamper back to the trash and need another manipulation roll to hold his attention. Call this one a difficulty 7, so you can keep his attention while you're cooking your crap in a spoon.
Good God, I should have cooked the crack first. Yes!
Yes, you should.
Nah, I got a success.
So the rat's just kind of peering at you, wondering, what are you doing?
Come here, little buddy.
It's right near your heels.
Okay, so I fill the syringe.
Okay.
He is gonna get on our asses.
I obviously have a kit. Always.
I have a kid. You have like a little tackle
No,
box.
it's a little leather pouch.
Like a little
that he
leather
has,
pouch,
yes.
and I fold it open, and it's got
Yeah.
like a needle and shit,
Yeah.
and
You know
glass
what
A
tube.
little candle.
You know, Ray Charles kid.
Dude, some things you cannot unsee, like his thigh.
Okay.
And then I take the rat and I pick him up and
Roll dexterity, athletics.
Full damage.
Willpower.
Ooh.
3.
So you reach down. The rat attempts to leap out of your grip, but you sort of like knock it down with your hand. And you pin it down. You wrap your hand around it.
Your big
The rat
Italian sausage fingers.
turns around. It sinks its teeth into one of your hands. The pain shoots through you, but you clench the rat tighter because it's nothing compared to the pain inside you.
Can I take 3 levels of aggravated damage?
You little fuck.
Little did you know.
God, I really want those rat teeth. 3 levels of aggravated.
I grab him and I just shove it in his back and just.
The rat squeals in pain
And then it pops.
as the syringe pierces its skin. It starts to struggle, and its struggles begin to go limp, and eventually its heartbeat starts slowing, and it just lies almost dead in your hand.
Ah, you like that shit too, huh?
You don't have much time.
And now we're gonna find
Man, he doesn't think he's better than you.
You're my new buddy. Don't drink him.
I call you Rizzo. All right.
Spaghetti and Rizzo.
Spaghetti, little rigatoni. I pick him up.
Oh my
I look
God,
around
you
again,
just-
like, fuck, and I
Your
sink
butt's-
my teeth into it and just suck as hard as I can, trying to get the
You
drugs into me as quickly as possible.
You get 1 blood point from the rat. Your fangs break the rat's skin, and you begin to just almost inhale the blood. It tastes like rancid sewer water until the drugs kick in.
Well, the high one. Depends on your point of view.
And this euphoric, almost orgasmic feeling just ripples through your body, starting in your mouth, flows down your spine, and from your spine to every extremity of your body. And the pain begins to quiet itself. You feel at peace. You draw your fangs from this creature and you look down at this dirty, foul-smelling, greasy, garbage-covered rat that is now dead and broken in your hands.
And now
What
we
the
get
hell
flagged
is
by
wrong with you?
and now we get flagged by PETA.
I really don't want to fuck around with that shit again. But
You hit
Fuck.
rock bottom fast.
I gotta find a better way of doing this shit.
Rat.
I chuck the rat in the garbage.
Where
Now.
it belongs.
As you chuck the rat in the garbage, it sort of lands with this heavy sloshing thud on one of the garbage bags. And you see there's like 3 other rats that sort of like come out from between the bags and they start sniffing the corpse, poking at it with their noses.
You killed a little rat, Dad.
You monster.
You left a little rat orphan and rat widow.
I mean, who else is going to be start to Ratatouille?
I now have -2 to my dex and all ability rolls
For 5 minutes.
8 minutes. It's
Oh.
10 minus my stamina.
Gotcha.
8 minutes, and I will be in a dreamlike state for 12 minus 2, so 10 hours.
Wow!
Oh, I'm so glad you're playing this character because I know you're going to roleplay this.
The dreamlike state just reduces the difficulty of my frenzy rolls by 1.
Okay, but you still have to roleplay the dreamlike.
Oh, of course. I am fucking smitten now.
Hey, you orphans thinks you're better than me?
With your lack of parents.
I try and clean my face off as best as I could and wipe the blood off.
What do you clean yourself up with?
I'm sure I have some sort of handkerchief.
Yeah, it's the ones that he uses to pick up guns that have other people's fingerprints on them.
That one,
I
yeah.
like to think he grabbed another rat.
We put drugs on the rat.
Put a gun in there. Fuck. That feels real good. Time to get back to this party.
So I waited until we got to his mom's house to take a shit.